Today we are trying the world's largest teaser. Never heard of any teaser this big. I've seen some dredges that might not quite come close, but they're big. But this is the world's largest teaser, so stay tuned. Hey guys, today we are out here and we're hoping to find some cobia. Got a little trick up my sleeve. We're gonna try perhaps the world's largest teaser. So, we'll see how that goes. We got the tower up on the boat, great for sight casting. So, I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious. Alright guys, stay tuned, let's see what we can do. So, this time of year, the manta rays migrate up the coast. And with them, the cobia follow. You see, the cobia like to swim up under the manta rays. I think what it is the manta rays will swoop down to the seafloor and they'll kick up crabs and shrimp and all this other fish that the cobia feed on. So, I thought to myself, what if I had my own manta ray? Could the cobia just come to me? I mean, how nice would that be? Rather than trying to find manta ray, the cobia, come to my own manta ray. So I created this really big teaser that looks like a manta ray. It's got a white underneath, so it has the silhouette of a manta ray. We're gonna pull it behind the boat, and hopefully the cobia will look up and say, hey look, there's a manta ray, let's check it out, let's swim under it. And when they do, I'm gonna cast to them and catch them, if all goes to plan. We get offshore and we go to catch some bait. Now this time of year, early in the season, the bait can be a little harder to get, because the predator fish haven't all moved in yet, like all the kings and all that stuff. So the bait can be further offshore than just right on the beach. It'll be in deeper water sometimes. So being more spread out, it can be hard to find, hard to catch. All right, it was a little tough to get our bait. Not too bad, they just weren't up on the surface, a little scattered. But we found some flipping in the murky part of the water, and my dad was able to mark them through the net. We caught some. So we're good now. Now let's go try to catch some cobia and whatever else we find. We got to the spot where we hear that they've been catching them, a few days ago, and that's when we put out our teaser. We get the teaser out, we start pulling that behind the boat. I also take some bait and throw it towards the teaser, because the bait will swim up under this teaser and follow it, making it look more realistic and more appealing to cobia seeing this bait and a manta ray. We put a couple lines out too, because we're kind of slow trolling while we're looking in this area. And my dad hops in the tower to see if he can spot anything. You can either see bait pods, manta rays, or free swimming cobia. Either one should ultimately lead to cobia. All right guys, we got the teaser out. My dad's in the tower. Get some pitch baits ready. And let's catch a cobia. It's kind of funny as we're pulling this teaser in the spot, another boat drives by us. And I think they looked at us kind of like we were crazy. They're like, are they seriously trying a manta ray teaser? Which we are. But it was kind of funny. I was like, why are you looking at me like I'm crazy? These guys were in a flats boat with a big construction ladder ratchet tied to their bow. I mean, I get it. I understand. I respect it. But at least we're using an actual tower on our boat. So a little more professional. At least that hopefully negates this crazy teaser idea. All right, my time to look up in the tower. It's been kind of slow so far. I haven't seen much caught. I haven't seen no rays or cobia. But up here, got the teaser out still. Got a pitch rod ready. Just kind of keeping an eye out. See what we can find, They were catching them over here Tuesday when I talked to some guys. Tuesday and Wednesday, I think. And a friend saw one out here earlier today. So I don't know, they kind of migrate north. We're gonna work back north and just see what we see. We are out there and we're looking, and unfortunately, we don't see anything. No rays popping up, no bait pods, no good sign. We checked this area for a while because we had some good reports in it, but we're like, okay, let's pick up and start running. So we're started running north, and I'm in the tower, we're looking, and as we're going, I see something splash. It's kind of looking, and manta rays will actually jump and create a splash. Whoa, look at that. No, that was a fish. Almost looked like a shark maybe. But yeah, straight ahead I think is the ray. Oh yeah, that's gotta be a ray. Right where that bird is flying low.
Gotcha.
Although it might be a... There's a couple bait pods up ahead. We start checking out and I'm seeing more splashing. And I see a dark spot, which I thought was a manta ray. Bait pods, when they get in a tight ball, you know, just under the surface, they have a dark spot like a manta ray would look. And from a distance, that's what it looked like. But when we get up close to it, it is a bait pod. And we're seeing a lot of cool activity. There was all these, I believe, spinner sharks just jumping, busting on bait. I mean, they're putting on a crazy show all over this big area. And when we get up to the bait pod, I see 2 cobia free swimming. So we quickly cast to them. Oh, wait, I think I see one. Oh yeah, I see one.
Right?
Oh, cobia.
Where?
To your left. Give me a little left at the edge of that pod. Oh, I see 2 of them.
All right, you want to throw this live bait on them? You want to reach them?
Yeah, you throw it when you get close.
Tell me when.
Throw it as far to your left as you can.
Where's they at?
Right there, right through mine.
Keep your eye on them. I'm going to turn back into them.
Yeah.
They're right around this bait pod, so aren't they?
Yeah, something's definitely tearing them up.
Look, you haven't ready to jump in front of us?
No, I didn't. So just keep working this pod. Throw out a live bait. I throw out a jig, a little paddle tail kind of thing on it. But couldn't get the cobia to bite. Fortunately, they kind of spooked down. And not long after we're checking out this bait pod, other boats come in the air. I guess they see them too. And it kind of splits the bait pods, and I think it kind of pressures the fish down. Unfortunately, at this point, these cobia have been fished on for, I don't know, 5, 6, maybe a week now. And, you know, it's kind of putting pressure on them, making them a little more skittish. So, no fish there, but it was cool seeing them, you know, getting on that bait pod. So, our next plan is to go to the tide rip. You see, where Mayport, where the river, St. John's River, comes out of Mayport, on an outgoing tide, it'll push against the ocean, and you'll have this very clear, distinct tide rip. Okay, it'll be brown river water and a prettier green ocean water. I mean, it doesn't mix really at all. I mean, it's very clearly, okay, river water, ocean water right there. And fish will work this tide rip. You know, sometimes we find free swimmers going along it. We get up to it, and then we see a manta ray. It's pretty exciting. We go up to it, check it out, and unfortunately no bait underneath it, but it was a good sign.
Ladder boat,
Yeah. Nah. No, there were some bait pods kind of south of the southeast hole.
Yeah.
And I seen some on it, but they kind of spooked. A lot of boats kind of moved in, and about that time we also saw Charter Captain Roger Walker, and started talking to him, and he was telling us how these manta rays like to go, you know, right along this tide rip, just swimming up it. The one we saw, it looked like it was feeding on the foam, like it was literally like just kind of swimming on this foam that's kind of going into its mouth, or you know, whatever you call it. But it was pretty neat, pretty cool looking. I hadn't seen that before. So we actually move up the rip a little ways and just kind of start trolling, or you know, kind of working it, searching it, and we start seeing a lot of manta rays. It's pretty exciting. These are big rays, not like little stingrays, big manta rays, and it's just pretty neat sight when they come up this time of year. See that? Something's hitting over there. I don't know if that's where that big one is.
Look at that remora chasing that thing.
Yeah.
Is that an albino remora?
He's pretty bright. Sometimes the fish, you know, will be right by the manta rays and be good. You can see them, no problem. Sometimes they'll be deep or right up under the ray where you can't see them. So you might want to throw out a bait, you know, by the manta ray, even if you don't see something, because something might come up from deep or right up from underneath it and take your bait. that's what I did, and I got a nice fish on.
There was a big jack with him. See it? Big old jack crevalle. Monster.
This fish was quite the beast, very strong. I'm fighting the fish, and on my spinning tackle, he's putting that tackle to the test. It's really exciting, hard work, because he just doesn't want to give up. Finally, we get him up to the surface, and it's a big jack crevalle. He's a big old boy. Fun fight, not the cobia we were after, not as good of eating as cobia. In fact, I don't think they're that great of eating at all.
Yeah, well, I'll see you later. You own him now. Look at the size of that jack. Dang, I don't know how big that sucker is. He's huge. Look at the size of that jack. All right, here we go. Can you get him in there?
Well guys, pretty fun day on the water. Got to see a lot of manta rays, especially there towards the end. Pretty cool. I never really knew that trick. I mean, I've heard you can catch cobia, you know, and any fish really along those breaks. But the tide rip, you know, where the inlet was coming out, man, them manta rays, I never seen them, you know, traveling that so heavy. It's like they were riding right on the edge. I don't know if they were eating something or what. It was pretty cool. Learned something new. Caught a really big jack. Tested the world's largest teaser. So far it hasn't proved as effective as I'd hoped. In other words, it doesn't work, but it doesn't mean it's, you know, it wasn't just today or a slow day. Maybe no cobia saw it. I don't know. Well, I'll probably keep trying it and see. But well, there you have it. Test one of the world's largest teaser. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Learned some stuff about rays and fishing, and you know, we learned some cool stuff. If you got any questions, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and share and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time.